Welcome to the Toxic Pony podcast.
Another edition of the Toxic Pony.
I believe this is the fifth one.
Sixth.
Fifth, because I counted.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're starting from 0. I forgot.
Oh, yeah. We're including.
No, fifth overall, because we had the test one. We had movie 1, 2, 3, and then we're here.
All right.
And now we're here.
So this
Another
is,
edition
yes.
of the Pony Podcast.
Let me get Twitch running on my ear, just so I can keep track of it.
Wait. Oh, you have those
Yeah,
like
the
Bluetooth ones.
Yes. Anyways, if it'll come to what I'm watching, that'd be great. Anyways, you guys want to start talking while I'm doing this?
Sure.
No.
That'd be great.
Well, there's a lot of things because I think the Toy Fair was this weekend, and usually there's some like spoilers for like what's gonna come for. Want to turn that down?
Yeah, I'm turning it down. I don't know why
Okay.
it's not working on my Bluetooth.
So, just the Toy Fair usually is like a very brief look at like this future season and possibly another Equestrian Girls movie, which we got.
Mhm.
So, I think we already know when season 6 is going to start from the Toy Fair this weekend. Which is, it's in May.
May? Okay.
Yeah, which I thought it was going to do like last year, where they were going to show it the first episode at BabsCon, because usually the new season starts around early or late spring. So I just thought that it would have continued this year, but they decided to go in May. But, just another season coming up, so what is it? March, April, like 3 more months of hiatus time.
Freaking hiatus.
Dang. What are we to do?
Okay,
One of the only things that I really saw from that was people were like, "Oh my God, is this adult Spike actually going to be in season 6?"
Oh, was it because of
Because the art on the box, it looked legit.
Oh, no, I was saying because there was a new toy line, and it had
In the new toy line, yeah.
Spike had Guardians of Harmony.
Guardians of Harmony, the Spike looked like it was adult, and it had art on the box that looked legit.
Yeah, and then I think it had Shining Armor also, like
Yeah.
riding Spike, which...
One of the guys, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen any of this new stuff.
I'll pull up pictures in a minute for
Okay.
reference for you.
Oh, yeah,
So
there's
that-
a lot of pictures.
No?
Yeah, that'll work.
Nailed it.
Just use your mouse.
Yeah, it'll work.
I mean, it will work. It's going to have to work.
Yeah, just for her to, like... oh, wait.
It
Oh,
didn't
no.
work.
Oh, no.
I know, but he looks cross-eyed for some reason.
Who?
He looks like he has like dirt eyes in this picture.
Oh, no. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, what happened?
Oh, no.
Your Pinkie Pie just ruined...
Pinky.
Hold on. Let me...
Technical
Fix
alpha,
this.
everyone.
Well, we're still rolling.
Are we?
Don't worry about that.
What do I do?
Don't click anything because we're still going.
And I'm just trying to get the screen set up.
So they can still see us?
Can they still see us?
Okay.
Oh, I mean,
It's still going.
How much is that lagging though?
It's talking right now where he's about to stand up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about this, everyone. Something on our screen happened, but you guys can still see us, so it's all good.
Yeah.
All right then.
Okay. As long as it's still working. To be honest, I wouldn't... Okay, I got scared for a second. So, basically that. Also, there's a... the new Equestrian Girls like minis. Like the one we have here and there.
And there, on the Space Invader.
Yeah, there's new sets coming out, and finally we're getting a Sunset Shimmer one.
This is going to be the first one I buy of that set.
Yes, there is. I think she's coming separate, which that's all I need. I think that's just the only one that I want.
Have you bought anyone else yet?
No.
Because so far the only two that I bought are Pinky and Rarity, but I did plan on going and getting one a Fluttershy when I get my next paycheck.
When I remember when
What is that?
you, me, Lori, and
Adult
Dan
Spike.
went to what was it, Target?
Yeah.
I
I've
think,
only seen these at
I'm
Target.
sorry. Wait, what?
oh no,
That's
that's
the adult
it.
Spike that we were talking about.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's one of the real toys that are coming out, and
Yeah,
people are saying that there's going to be a Spike that looks like that might look like that in the show.
in season 6.
They may have an episode of that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see them doing it.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
if they're going to have a toy line, it's going to be in the show somewhere to help promote it even more. So I'm
And
pretty
so
sure
the
that.
disparity shippers just keep sinking lower and lower.
Huh?
And so the disparity shippers keep sinking lower.
Oh,
and lower.
I
The ship is going.
I for one don't.
I
like
don't
that
ship
ship.
it because
I
I feel
don't.
bad for Spike because Spike's being used.
Nah.
Yeah, I agree with that one. So I don't like watching
mean,
people get used like that.
It's
Yeah,
Been on the brunt end of that one. That's never fun.
like
I
because
mean-
she knows that he likes her, and then
but he knows he's being used too, and he still loves her though. It's kind of
how do you know
he
he's
knows
being
what-
used?
he
Do you know you're
he's
being
the
used
most-
by a hot pretty girl when she's like, "Hey, can you
Yes.
do this?" Or no, you don't.
I do.
You don't. No, guys don't know that.
Spike is the most self-aware out of any character in
no,
the
he
show.
knows.
No.
He still likes her, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean I have to like it.
That's true. I think by now
Yeah.
he becomes.
It's kind of like watching your friend, like be pushed around by a hot girl that he likes. Like he knows, and he's told you that he knows, but you still kind of
you feel bad.
Yeah,
bad
well, I'm
about
not
it.
saying that. He knows.
So no, I really, really.
I'm saying
just
he
don't
knows
like,
though.
Yeah, we were
Like-
saying that also.
There's
So
no
guys
like,
know.
yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
We
oh my-
know 100% of the
Yes.
time.
I didn't know guys.
No,
knew.
99%. There's the
Oh, yeah.
1% where people don't know.
You have to
that's worse.
That's worse.
You have to have an error of like 1%.
Trust me, y'all ain't as slick as you think you are.
Really, I mean, you're not.
See, we get it. We're just in it for something else.
Yeah. Oh, what else? What else?
There's a chance, so we go for it.
All right.
Also, you were talking about this, the new Equestria Girls movie.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard much about it. I just heard the name, and it has to do with the.
Actually, they gave the synopsis of it.
Oh, I didn't see that yet.
Let me try to find it. They gave like I don't know if they gave like a release date for it. I don't think so. I don't think they got into that far. I just pull up the favorites, and where is it? Mini. Oh, there it is. Let's see. 10 minutes of it will be released on YouTube before it goes up.
Really?
Here it is. Arriving in the fall of 2016 as a straight-to-Discovery family release. So that's
Okay.
another one we're not going to get in theaters.
Which I mean isn't that bad.
Oh,
No,
wait a
it
minute.
isn't.
Hold on.
fine
Netflix.
with it.
Wait, it says here Netflix gets it before Discovery Family.
Really?
Yes.
That's
Huh.
interesting. Okay.
That is interesting.
Actually, that's a
I
good.
do like the way that Fluttershy looks in this picture. It's adorable.
That actually is a very smart move
What do you
for them to put it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because
So is it going to be on YouTube before it goes on Netflix, or before it goes on
It says
Discovery?
10 minutes of it will be released before it goes up.
But
On
before
YouTube.
it goes up on, like.
Oh,
the
you don't
tickets
know
go on
when
YouTube
it-
before it goes on
Oh.
Discovery or on Netflix.
Oh,
is
you
what
don't know
I'm
like
asking.
what the "it" stands for
Yes,
Netflix or Discovery.
that's
Um,
what I'm saying.
I assume Netflix.
I mean, it's probably going to be the one that it goes on first. Yeah.
I would assume Netflix.
Well, if it's just 10 minutes, I think it's gonna be before Discovery Family or something like that, or probably before Netflix. I would say before Netflix
Yeah.
because just to get a little teaser and then they can go into like the full movie.
Yeah.
It says here there's a article that says what the full synopsis is. It's like what is it? It's just the story of like they go to camp
Kevin.
and I think it's
Crap,
gonna
I
close
forgot
down.
to put some up, guys. Hold on. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Okay, so the synopsis is basically that
Thank you.
they go into there's like a camp in the forest, and then they learn that it's going to be shut down. So I think they do a fundraiser in order to save the camp. Which, I mean, huh?
Okay, hold on. Are you trying to talk about the plot for the fourth movie, or
Yeah. Well, they gave like a pretty.
isn't the fourth movie supposed to just actually be Equestria, not Equestria Girls?
No, that's a completely separate movie on its
Okay.
own that they're going to make of that.
Yeah.
And that's going to get a theatrical release. I believe.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
separate.
That's a completely different movie.
They just released that
So-
movie. Oh,
The actual ponies are gonna get a movie?
yeah. It's been known that they're gonna
Did
get.
you not know that?
No, I did not.
Well, actually, okay.
I
So
didn't
I
even
can
pay
fill you
attention
in.
that much.
They
Right.
actually have a specific release date for it,
okay.
and a distributor, or actually no, not a distributor. What's it? Like a movie company that they're going with. They're going with Lionsgate, and it's gonna come November 3rd of next year.
Lionsgate's really good, so
At least it's not Sony.
I expect good things from Lionsgate.
Directed by Michael Bay.
Oh god, everything explodes.
Fluttershy LaBeouf.
No, don't ruin it.
Don't do what they did to like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or the Smurfs or just nah.
insert movie here. Of
I
anything from the 80s.
I think there's. I know Emily Blunt is going to be in the movie. She
Yeah.
just got announced. So
What does that mean, though, exactly?
that there are guest stars in the movie
Yeah.
that are going to appear as, I don't know. But
I'm glad I heard that joke on my phone and not in real life because it made it funnier.
yeah,
The Fluttershy LaBeouf.
I'm trying to figure out because they just released something that.
Yeah, I saw the
Toy
post about
Fair.
them.
No, it's from the plot of Equestria.
Curious about that one real quick.
Oh, it's just the poster of like the main, not the season 6.
I like that.
Well, but yeah, because this has Coco. On it.
Yeah, of course. I love Coco.
Did you? Oh,
She put the Pinkie Pie on the drink can with just legs spread out and panties pointing straight at the camera.
yeah.
I gotta watch that.
Where is it?
Anyways, yeah, talking about the movie, the newest movie and the other movie, and I'm just watching you do. Yeah, that's
Oh my God, where is
just catching you do that because like it took you about half a second to realize what you did, and then you were immediately like, oh.
it? Oh, where is it? I'm trying.
Yeah,
Hold on.
we got a lot of good stuff coming up in the next. What is that? Like a year to 2 years is what all this stuff is going to be coming out.
Well, in a year because it's 2016.
Okay, yeah, so it's all.
Like,
Right,
just
apparently
year-
turning down the volume on
2016,
this.
just year and a half,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, it's going to be some cool stuff overall.
Yeah, usually the toy fairs are where they.
It's where we get a lot of the heads up on stuff because they make toy lines first.
Well, yeah, first comes the toys, then the show, and then they.
I need
derive
to stop
the show.
leaning back. That's something I noticed on last week's podcast. Is I lean back too much and it
It
makes me
bothers
hard.
you?
No, it makes me harder to see.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, but yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that we're gonna get in like a year or so.
Shout out to Do the Daring Do for retweeting that we're live.
Oh,
Woot.
Check out Do the Daring Do on YouTube. I was about to say on Facebook,
But the
that's
question
not a thing.
is he watching this?
He's not watching because I know who our watcher is at the moment. Yeah, she's my buddy that lives in Europe.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is there 3 people on there?
One, not
One.
counting us.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
Anyways, back to stuff that we won't just be on the live stream because this is still going on YouTube.
what?
Just whatever you were talking about over here on your phone.
I was trying to figure out.
EQD.
I was trying to figure out where in the hell was the.
Oh, what is that? Is that a toy that's coming out? Chibi Applejack. I want that.
What from We Love Fine.
Yeah. Okay.
We gotta
Let's
find a way to put pictures up on the screen as we're doing this.
Oh yeah. No, we'll have like in the
In post.
future
In
we'll
post.
have.
Well, not even in post. I mean, like as we're live streaming.
Yeah,
As
no,
we're
in the
live?
future we'll have
Oh,
better
boy.
tech people and we'll have pictures planned out to have and we'll have them put them up as we go, but that's for the future when we become a real podcast and not just
Yeah,
this. When we have a strict start time of 1:00.
1:30.
1:00.
Oh.
I thought it was 1:32.
It's 1:00.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always change it to 1:30 because we're late, but
Oh.
Maybe we
it's
should just
supposed to
make
be 1:00
Maybe we should just make 1:30 the time we start.
We've been doing it consistently for weeks.
because we can't at 1 because you guys are always late.
Well, yeah, that's what we're saying. Is if
The new
everyone's
start
always
time
late-
is 11 in the morning.
Oh God.
God, nah.
Good job if you two waking up, Scrub Lawrence.
Yeah,
Yep.
for real. I'm not waking up today.
No.
Chris and I will
How
be
does your
fine.
dog not wake you up at 8?
My dog likes to sleep.
So does my dog, but he still wakes me up at 8.
Yeah, no.
It's because your dog's still a pup.
Could be.
My dog's like 5 years old, so.
Okay, fair
My
enough.
dog is 8. He's old and he doesn't do anything anymore.
Anyway,
I actually hit him with the toy the other day and he got mad at me.
Well, I would
Like-
get mad.
Like
at
I
you
was
too.
swinging his toy around and he was trying to grab it and then the squeaker, like the hard part of the squeaker, just smacked him in the back of the head and he was like ah, and I was like oh, my bad.
You're-
Sorry, Mr. Chihuahua. Because my dog is a Chihuahua.
Pepe.
Pepe. No, Zero.
Pepe. I'm sorry, his name is Pepe now.
so next order
Back
of
to
business-
ponies. What did you want to talk about, Chris? Anything?
Well, no, I mean, I figured we already had our topic planned for today, we might as well just go with it. In the next
Oh yeah,
one,
season
start doing
1.
stuff.
We're gonna talk about quick summary of how we felt season 1 was.
Just
Well,
in general.
Now,
In
given
general.
the newer seasons, it's more like, it's
Well,
cringy to
just-
watch.
You're
Oh, yeah.
cringy to watch.
Okay.
Have you seen your
I'm
face?
sorry,
Yes,
have
I'm
you seen any of
beautiful.
us? We're all cringy to watch.
Yeah, especially me.
Yeah.
Okay, but as far as season 1 goes, because that was obviously the season we all, had to watch. It did a good job of, catching most of our attentions, I think.
Oh, obviously, or else we wouldn't be here.
Well,
I
the
don't think
internet-
anyone just started with a season 2.
Well, no, the
'Cause
internet.
I mean, there's probably people.
No, the internet helped a bit.
Not
Well,
for you probably, but
Well,
is that how you guys into it? Did you see it on TV or did you see it through the internet first?
Internet.
Internet.
I saw it on Netflix.
Am I really the only one that saw it on the hub first
Probably
and then
am.
got
Yes.
into it?
I didn't realize
I was a
it was on
brony
the
for
hub.
about a year and a half before I realized there was a whole fandom. So
I generally don't make it I don't generally make it a habit to go onto kids networks and watch.
well,
to see if
all
there's
I
any
ever
good
watch
shows.
is Cartoon Network, and it was on my channel provider. It's 2 channels up, and I just had it on. I think I was watching something else at the time, and it came on to My Little Pony, and this is about halfway through season 1,
Okay.
and I caught an episode, and I just kind of didn't change it because I was too lazy, and I just kept watching it, and another episode came on, and I just kind of this isn't bad. But then my friend Thomas said he kept referencing it because he had watched all of it, and he kept referencing it, and I didn't really get it. So I was like, I'm gonna watch the whole season from the beginning, or the whole series from the beginning, and I did, and I've just been a brony ever since.
Yeah.
Alright. I got bored. After months of seeing pony references everywhere on 8chan, 4chan, whatever, wherever, I finally was like, you know what? I have time. I'm bored. Why not? I can't go to sleep. And so I watched the first 2 episodes and went, all right, that was pretty good.
Still trying to.
And then watched the 3rd, and the 4th, and the 5th, and that's where I started to admit I had a problem.
Oh, wait
I
a minute.
watched-
This.
I used to
This is
watch the
crazy.
original ponies whenever I was younger. I thought that the newer ponies would ruin it, so I didn't watch it until season 2 or season 3. One of those seasons.
Either
How
season 2 or season 3.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm going to chalk it up to you grew up as, with that as opposed to. Because going back and watching season 3, or season
Generation
3 and 3.5
Wow.
So
is
my
rough.
my friend in Houston, I think it was either yesterday or the day before, she sent me a video of her watching a movie from 3.5. And I was like, "Oh my god!"
So,
and
did
she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "How are you sitting through that?" And she's like, "It's horrible." And I'm like, "I know. How are you watching it?"
Did you clearly
It
tell
was-
her this is separate from
So-
I told her no. She knew because she used to watch ponies for a while. She doesn't
no, but
anymore.
this is separate from what most of the people who are fans.
Yeah, no, she knows. She used to watch. She was a brony up until about season 3, and then she just kind of fell out of it.
Okay.
But she used to watch it,
Yeah.
so she knew that it was different.
so, yeah.
but it was just on, so she turned it on
Yeah.
because I don't know.
Why
I don't know.
not?
I actually know, but she just happened to turn on a 3.5 movie, which is, for anyone that hasn't looked up
Jesus.
anything about the previous generations,
3.5
3.5 was the worst out of all the My Little Pony iterations.
Generations.
Again, 3.5 Scootaloo.
Oh,
3.5
God.
Scootaloo.
Oh, it's just getting worse the more I remember.
I like the fact that the My Little Pony theme song hasn't changed
It has.
a little bit, but
I
not.
mean,
bit,
its
but not a lot.
overall
Not a lot.
notes and stuff. Yeah, it's all the same, but
Ugh.
like the My Little
I
Pony.
think though, as far as season 1 goes,
Hasn't changed.
as far as I went, season 1 had one chance to convince, had one chance with that first 2 episodes. And I figured I'd watch 2 episodes, and if I didn't like it, I would just stop. And they managed to convince me simply because the Giggle with the Ghosties song. When Pinky starts trying to sing, because I think that was my only
and they're like,
introduction.
tell me she isn't.
Yeah, it was like,
She is.
it's like, hey, characters are reacting the way I would react. All right.
Tell me she isn't.
Maybe they're going
When
to,
I
maybe
was
this will be a little
little
smarter
filly
than
and the sun was going down.
cringe. All of it.
I still love that
I
song.
like that song.
I still
Well, now that
love-
we've gotten out of it,
I still love Giggle at the Ghosties. It's still one of my favorite songs. from the entire MLP series.
Wow,
That's counting movies and everything.
That's a pretty bold statement. There.
That's just me, just because I love that song, especially the bass in it. No, it's
I
so
loved it when I first
adorable.
heard it.
Um,
It made me giggle.
at the Ghosties.
Yeah. It just
Horrible reference. Yeah. Chris is cringing so hard right now. You're welcome, buddy.
I'm with you, Chris.
I think watching cringe compilations and seeing bronies show up in cringe compilations has kind of like made me a little bit more self-aware,
Yeah.
which is
That
unfortunate.
and also another thing that makes me cringe also with other than brony like videos is also like comedians just get up and just bomb on like set because you just feel
How did the style of MLP?
Huh?
That was like that was the broadest like.
No, he's just saying
Tie-ins
things that
ever.
make him cringe.
No, just like I'm a little bit more self-aware about how we talk about things now.
Yeah.
So it's-
No, like
Yeah.
I watch a lot of Jack's films, and every once in a while he'll throw in someone commenting with like a My Little Pony name and icon, and it's always the worst stuff. And I'm just like, no, Jack, why? Why you gotta put this stuff up? But
Because
it's
it's
really
happening.
funny. It's really funny.
It's really funny to poke at.
Yeah, no, it's like there's not a lot of bronies that are like us where we can take a joke when other people that aren't bronies make fun of bronies. I'm sure all of us can take those jokes, but there's not a lot of bronies out there that can.
well, those are the diehard. I'll kill you if you make fun of Pinkie Pie.
Yeah.
Again, I go
Make
so far as to
fun
say
of
I'm not really even a brony because because most of the brony fandom tends to be the "you made Fluttershy cry, you must die" type person. I don't.
Well, it's not like that's the only fandom.
That's
that
just how
has,
I am
like,
with Gilda.
It's not. That's not the only fandom that has that.
I just don't like Gilda.
Well, for me, that's not the only fandom that.
Well, no,
does
we're
that.
not the only fandom that does that.
Almost
Well,
every
I mean,
fandom has
to be
that.
fair, we could be the Steven Universe fandom.
We could be the Undertale fandom.
Oh, good Lord.
Man, the Steven Universe fandom is toxic to the Steven Universe fandom too.
Oh man, if you're
No one-
Speaking
is
of
safe.
toxic,
what?
our podcast name. That was horrible.
Oh, that was a horrible time.
Yes, it was.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Way to derail that.
So I'm gonna quit this at the end of this podcast. and
This is
done.
your last podcast, Chris?
Let's just walk
It
off.
was nice
the
having you.
Jesus.
Anyways, yeah, no, the Steven Universe. I love Steven Universe. The show is great. I won't talk to people about it because I'm afraid of the fandom people just being like, "Oh, you're also a brony? Yeah, get out." Because it's
What?
bound to happen. You don't know anything about this, do you?
No, I don't.
no.
Who wants to
I
explain
like
this?
Steven
will-
Universe.
I
It's
will.
not. Steven Universe is great. It's the fans.
I
What's
will.
wrong with the fans?
Oh,
A
let me.
lot.
I will explain. Unfortunately.
Okay,
Wait, hold it.
we're going on
Hold
a
on,
journey,
hold on,
guys.
Hold on.
Let's save this for the end.
Oh,
Let's do what we're supposed to do, and then we'll
Okay.
get to this.
let's save this.
Man,
after
I just kind of brought it up as, hey, at least we're not as bad as.
Okay,
Man,
let's save this for
honestly,
like, the other half.
We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, honestly, we don't have much of a topic because season one. I don't think did any of us actually sit down to rewatch season one.
I've seen
Let's be
season one
honest.
about 5 or 6 times, so I don't
So
really
bad.
need to.
I will be blunt and say that I've tried like a couple episodes.
I watched 2 season 1 summaries instead because
Yeah.
they were really funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really good.
They're
Those
actually
were
really good
hilarious.
summaries.
But no, I haven't watched season 1 since I first watched it.
I've watched every single episode except for like probably the second half of season 5 at least 3 times each.
Mhm.
And that's just because I haven't had time yet because of my job. But no, I watched every episode multiple times just because there's still episodes even now that I just can't remember much of. Like
What was the sleepover?
Look before you see.
Yeah,
I remember that one, but it's like God, I
I
can't-
skipped that one first time.
you want to know what I skipped the first time I went through?
Which one?
Winter wrap up.
Yeah,
And I regret that now because that song is really good.
Well,
Like,
I
now
think
that you
it's
think
just-
about it, it's a pretty good song.
Well, I think because
Well, that was my
back
first.
then.
That was my first introduction to bronies. Was I went to Akon that year, having just watched the show. I went to like a brony like fandom panel, and that's what we did for like the hour or two before like the show began. While we were sitting there, we just sang songs from the show. Really cool, but at the time it was like really awesome because that was my first experience with bronies. But now I think I probably cringe away from it
yeah,
a little bit because come to think of it, it was kind of weird having 200 people sing Winter Wrap Up out of the middle of nowhere.
that's true.
Actually, this sounds freaking hilarious.
I know.
I
I'm
would
thinking
love
about it.
that.
Like it was cool. Like don't get me wrong.
Oh, you have to be there.
Like, it was cool that we were all all singing the song together, even though I didn't really know all the words properly.
Oh yeah, no, that's how I was at my first Nightmare Nights. We were doing winter wrap up, and they gave me the lines that I didn't know. I was
Actually.
like, great.
Funny thing was though, I actually came in like second place on that fandom panel because they had like a quiz thing.
Oh,
I
really?
came in second
Really?
place and I knew almost nothing about the show.
Oh,
That's
wow,
hilarious.
that is saying something.
Just educated guess.
Well, to be fair,
It
like
was-
when you were
like,
watching the show,
prizes were really cool too. Like they were like glasses that were laser etched.
Yeah, those
Really
are really
awesome.
popular. I've seen them
That's
at
cool.
cons quite a bit recently.
yeah,
They're cool. Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
But, yeah. So what was your prize for second place?
Nothing.
Yeah. Because you're the first loser, you don't get anything for that.
No, because like it was a set of like crystal like glass things
okay.
for like first
That's
place.
that's lame that second place didn't get anything though.
Yeah, usually they give prizes.
Yeah,
for, like, the first
usually
three.
no first,
Three.
especially Brody stuff. They give them to the first 5, at least.
Well, they're being generous.
Yeah, exactly.
just
'cause
saying-
generosity, yo.
Well, because other competitions, it's usually like the first place, second place, and third place.
Yeah.
That's
anyway.
usually the general consensus of like.
Yeah, so season 1 at least for me was just kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because I
See,
think as
honestly,
There are a
I
couple
think-
episodes that kind of stand out, but otherwise just kind of.
yeah,
I know that there's episodes in season 1 that I'm forgetting right now, and that's why I'm not mentioning them as the ones I normally forget. Obviously. But
Yeah.
there's
I just realized the MLP board on 4chan would probably like be calling for my head since I just basically said I don't like season 1 that much.
oh,
Because there's still a lot of bronies that like season 1 is the holy grail.
well, yeah, because I think
I mean, it's to me every season is good except for season 3. It's okay. It's only decent.
Well, season 3 again, like half the writing staff got fired.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta. Look
I mean,
at,
it gets its leeway, but
you have to look at the circumstances.
Yeah.
But I think for a lot of people in the 4chan board of MLP, season 1 was their like holy grail, as you said, because that's what got them into not only the show but also that board of just like shit posting and everything else. Like,
Well, no, the board came much like
oh, like after season 1.
Yeah, like I think it came later than that. Just all I know is that like for 4chan for a while banned mentioning ponies at all
Why?
Oh,
because it was everywhere.
it was I remember
Every
reading about that. It
single
was
board.
everywhere, and it was
I
like
think-
mods are asleep, time to post ponies.
I
Stuff
think-
like that.
were they posted on comics and cartoons?
Yeah, comics and cartoons is where
Yeah.
it would start posting, but then it would go everywhere. It was all over B. It was all over the tech board for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, like that it was everywhere because. And to think, this whole thing only started because somebody reviewed MLP season 1 and was just like, "This is the end of modern cartoons.
Yeah.
There will never be anything, crappier than this."
Well, and they get some.
And 4chan was so intrigued by this guy's vitriol that they were just like, "We need to watch this. We need to see if it's this bad."
And then the new
And then they
Scooby
found out
Doo
it was
came
actually
out.
pretty good.
And the new Looney Tunes.
and then they gave out their own board because
And then
So
finally
very
they made their own board.
I think it became to that point where
because it was just everywhere else that everyone hit. Wasn't there a point where you got banned like for life if you
Yes.
posted anything pony
Because
related?
again, it was everywhere.
it was everywhere.
So
It's-
like the only way to combat it is just start banning
You're
the
gone.
users.
It was like
How do they ban people from
Well-
4chan though?
well,
They
you
ban
can't
your
ban.
IP.
Like
They-
the
they
people.
ban your
ban your IP.
Yeah, you're right.
It's basically the equivalent of I think back in like the 80s where when Led Zeppelin released Stairway to Heaven, it was everywhere, and it got to the point where if you go to like a music shop, they will have signs saying "No Stairway to Heaven" because it was everywhere.
I wouldn't quite.
Didn't they make
Led
jokes of
Zeppelin,
that?
though.
And
Well, it's just the fact that how many people just were like,
Daniel
no,
didn't
no,
they
Which
make
was
jokes
great.
about that in Wayne's World?
Yes, they did.
Okay, cool.
That's
Just
where I
making
was
sure.
making that parallel from.
Okay, I was just making sure that was a reference to that, and I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, good to know that you got your references straightened
And
out.
just to make people more angry, half Chan is shit.
Well, I usually go to 4chan, and then, like, on my YouTube, there would be
Full
like
Chan is where it's at.
Yeah.
Just making more and more people angry as I go.
Well,
Well,
no-
it's fine.
Well, because last night I was watching, like, thread simulators on 4chan.
We don't do any kind of chans.
I do.
Scrubs.
What
Well,
chan do you do?
4chan.
yeah, get on.
You are the only person. You are the normie.
I will show you.
No, I'm not even. No, in this group, I'm not normal. Obviously.
Well, there are levels and degrees,
Well,
and you are just like the most basic.
Get on our level, scrub.
Yeah. Get on our level with shit.
If you want intelligent conversation, go to 8chan. If you just want all the shit posting, go to 4.
4chan
Mhm.
is where like.
What if I
everyone's
just
posting.
want nothing?
then don't do
Then
it.
don't do anything.
Then I'm doing
stick
the
with
right
Reddit.
thing.
What is
Yeah.
it,
I
Chris?
don't even Reddit.
I don't read it.
Good
either.
Really?
grief.
Well,
I mean, honestly, I don't really look up stuff anymore. I'm to the point where I just watch YouTube and Netflix, and I don't give a crap.
well, how do you? Well, you're not gonna get any news as far as like what's gonna come up on the show.
When people from the
4chan's
show
really,
tweet it,
really good. 4chan and 8chan are really, really good at digging for information.
That's true too. They're really good at getting information even before it comes out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they're most of them are pretty consistent.
Then you have Reddit, who eventually picks up on the stuff that 4chan's already got like a week later.
Okay,
Yeah.
go to 4chan
No.
and click on
No.
Flash and watch all the Flash videos.
Well, basically, and also
No.
you have the person on
You'll like
4chan.
that. No, I
I
won't.
think
Yes, you will.
I hate you.
a person on
You're
4chan
off the
usually
podcast.
gets like the entire
No.
season list of episodes
Mhm.
names before the actual like
Yeah.
official. And they're mostly pretty consistent too.
That's
and,
it, though. You also kind of have to be smart about going on the board because
Spoilers.
if you're not careful, you will find spoilers.
Oh yeah.
But at this point, spoilers are kind of obvious to me when I see them.
Oh yeah. You have to go into it knowing like
You may
what
be spoiled.
you may be or may not be spoiled depending on how much information you had before going into 4chan.
Mhm.
That's just basically the consensus. of
Yeah,
going
no.
in.
I just get the information I need off of Twitter and stuff from what the
I'll
voice
put it this
actors,
way:
actresses,
as far as like
writers
when
and stuff.
news
No.
comes out,
Tweet.
you have 4chan, Reddit, and then at some point Twitter will get it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get it as soon as the writers and stuff are allowed to post it. So that's where I get it.
Well, the good
Yeah,
So
like I
they're
said, Reddit will
supposed-
have it, and then at some point Twitter will upload something.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, that's I'm fine with getting it when I do. I don't need.
And every
the
now and then,
information.
though, iTunes gets news ahead of everybody.
Yeah, that happens. That does happen.
Wow.
Now, whether or not that was on purpose or an accident, we may never truly know.
I think,
Conspiracy theories, why not?
Exactly.
man,
Piggy Pie and Mew fell when I grabbed my drink.
it'll be up there with
So
Jet
now that we're
Fuel,
more or
Melt
less
Steel
done with
Beams,
season 1, we can do
and
whatever.
everything else.
Now that we're at least like done kind of talking about season 1, we can do whatever.
Yeah, I think we kind of gave our
It was okay, but meh.
kind of
It
forgettable.
was a good starting place for everyone.
I mean, back then,
I
but not
clearly
now.
got all of us into it. Like it kept
Excuse
us
me?
going through 5 seasons.
What did you say?
Season 1 kind of got us all caught up on
It got us enough to where we stayed to get to season 5.
So can
Well,
we talk
no.
about Bob's Burgers episode?
No.
No,
no.
because
I
I've
don't
seen.
watch it.
First of
refuse
all,
to
I don't
watch
watch it, and it's
Now, if we are going to talk about something,
Sarah Silverman news.
let's
Well-
talk about the fact that we're going to binge watch Ruby season 3 today after the podcast.
No spoilers, please.
No,
Those
no,
of you on
Or
Twitter.
not-
spoil it,
Can
I
y'all
just won't
explain
reply to you.
the gym?
What? Oh, right. Let's go back to why Steven Universe
well,
fans.
yeah, we
Oh
can.
boy.
All right, let's. Okay,
That's a
let's-
whole
hold
other
on.
30 minutes for the podcast.
Let's get into like
Educate
fandom
me.
and fandoms in general, and then let's
Yes.
start off with
fandoms. They've been
Yeah.
around forever.
Okay, so we all know.
Yeah.
We all know. Like to start off with, I guess the real like front runner here, the Trekkies.
yeah,
have
because
your,
they were.
you have your average,
I
Star
thought
Trek
the first
fan.
fandom was Nazis.
No,
Get the hell
I
out
did
of
not
here.
say that.
I got one laugh
Really?
and 2 fuck offs. I'm doing good today.
Well, you're pretty consistent with that.
Yeah, I am.
So,
And considering I regularly browse poll,
yeah, Poll, you will find a lot of Nazi references.
yeah, you want neo Nazis and not an actual Nazis?
Go to Poll.
No, if you want neo Nazis, go to 4chan. If you want actual Nazis, go to
What's a
8chan.
neo-Nazi?
Oh,
Neo Nazis are just racist in general.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you go for that?
4chan.
4chan.
Okay.
Real Nazis are in 8chan.
The real Nazis, the ones who actually believe in all of.
And then
You
there's
know, they have an actual.
and then there's Scrub Lord Grammar Nazis.
No.
Just, those just should die.
No, they got-
they want to
I
be
don't know,
Nazis.
point.
They just took the name Nazis.
Moving
forever.
on.
No, they actually have a little copy of Mein Kampf right next to them.
Honestly, I actually kind of want to read through the German version of Mein Kampf because I think it might actually help my German.
Yeah, just.
But I mean, there might be other
But-
better books to read in
And-
German.
Anyway.
If any of you watching know any good German books, just tweet us at
Toxic Pony.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I need help with German. I'd like to learn how to read German.
Yeah. But
Anyway,
let's get back
Steven,
into.
so fandoms. We have your normal Star Trek fans, and
Yeah,
Star Wars fans,
Star
and people
Trek,
like
Star
that.
Wars. Those are the like
Well,
I mean, you
Star
have your
Trek.
stand-
first real.
You have your standards, right?
Big
You have
ones,
your
right?
like we watch the show, or we watch the show, the movie, etc. We like it, and we know a lot about it.
And then there's
And then
ones
you
that-
have the ones who are a little bit like in the basement,
Yeah, they're like
In
I
the
know
mom's
every
basement, I know
episode front to
everything.
back. There's the people that clearly started conventions for it
And then there's the ones who
Go all out.
that see it as a religion.
yes,
Actually, with Trekkies, that was kind of like there was
People that
level.
speak Klingon, I still don't understand.
They developed like an entire
Yeah.
language.
Yeah.
Know it by heart.
no, the show
Yeah.
developed the language.
Oh yeah, the show developed the
yeah,
language,
but
and
the
the
fact that
fans,
the fans learned it.
like learn.
Actually,
everything.
no. If I go on Duolingo, really good, like free learn to speak another language for free thing. They actually have a working Klingon course now.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Do they?
Really?
That actually sounds interesting.
What annoys me about it is though that's currently I think it's exiting or it's either almost done or about to go into beta. Russian is still in beta and Hebrew is nowhere to be seen.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, Klingon is.
Klingon is either almost done or in beta.
Huh.
That's because a lot of nerds are working on that, and all the nerds know.
Care to finish that sentence?
No.
That was me finishing the sentence.
Okay.
So taking from that, we have the fans who are fanatical. They believe very strongly that nothing about the show is ever wrong. Nothing.
they're
that
not.
type of person.
They're not self-aware.
Combine this with Tumblrites
Oh.
and SJWs,
Do you think that's just like a separate
SJWs.
and like I believe
social justice warriors.
Thank you.
that's a separate entity from the fandom,
Oh boy.
but they're incorporated into every fandom.
Well, it's like first off, it takes like the whole Tumblr thing of like a lot of Tumblr people just start off hating fandoms, and then like except for the one fandom they're in.
Right.
Well, if they're not in the
it's worse for
fandom-
Steven Universe though,
If,
simply because
if they're not in the fandom, every other fandom is the worst.
No, it's worse for Steven Universe though because the Steven Universe fandom hates itself.
That's
Why?
yes, it does.
Yeah. Right. I can't remember exactly who it was. Wasn't one girl driven to suicide?
Yes, let me
Really
go
well.
into it. There was a fan artist, I think a teenage girl that was doing fan art, and she happened to I think draw Rose, I think Steven's mother.
Like a shade lighter than she showed.
No, not even that. It was just her weight.
Oh, okay.
Because people on Tumblr are very, very,
Self-conscious.
well, yes, and also very vicious of people who change anything.
For people who are supposed to be okay
Stylizing.
with their weight and like promote being okay with how large you are and that's all right,
They exactly do the opposite.
they seem to get up in arms really quickly whenever someone says anything
Yeah,
about weight.
yeah, that's true. So,
Yeah,
basically,
we're talking to you fatties.
well,
Screw you, man.
Christ. So, then Tumblr does.
Look at me! I gained freaking 70 pounds in
Shut up.
3
We're still
months.
thinner than 3 of us on the podcast today.
Yeah,
How much do I think I'm at 220 now.
350, I think.
are you done?
No,
Ugh.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm leaning back again.
So basically, after that point, Tumblr does what it does best and just
Shitstorm.
oh,
Everywhere.
to the point of just the common death threats, and it got to the point where she was contemplating and posted that she was going to sleep forever. Basically,
think
means
she
that she was going to
did,
do suicide. Thankfully, someone noted her parents with that note, so she went to the hospital, and even there,
To be fair, I do not condone people trying to commit suicide over internet stuff. That's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, that's true.
I get it if it's people near you, people that you know that do that. I get it. I kind of understand, but it's online.
Yeah.
Nobody just don't care.
Well,
They don't know you.
The thing is, you can't just say that because your mind works differently than other people's. To some people, that
Well, it might be
hurts.
because I
just-
was raised to just
Yeah.
deal with the problem
Well,
and ignore.
It's exactly. Everyone's raised differently. Some
What if
people,
she doesn't have any other friends besides the friends on Tumblr?
some people just.
It's Tumblr. You don't
It-
actually have friends on Tumblr.
That's true.
Some people. it
There's
just,
no way to friend people on Tumblr.
No, there isn't.
Oh, I've never
You
got
follow
on Tumblr,
people,
so.
but you never friend people.
Or
It's
we
just-
blog, but there's nothing in there.
Some people just get affected differently. Like sometimes reading something through a text is just as real as talking to someone face to face.
No, and I
that's just
get
how
it. I
some
get it.
people work.
But at the same time,
Do you need
deal
to
with
talk
it.
about something?
Yes.
Wow, that was loud.
Well, and afterwards, even when she was at the hospital, people were still shitposting on her. Like they were calling it like she was faking it or not really, contemplating suicide or anything like that.
Pixar doesn't happen.
Yeah, true. It got to the actual point where I think one of the writers for the show actually said, "You know what?
No, the writers for the show actually hate their Tumblr fans.
No. There was one in particular that actually tweeted about the situation, and he actually, to paraphrase, he said, anybody can criticize anybody's fan or fan art as long as it doesn't resort to bullying, and bullying isn't the thing to do. And even then,
No, at that point, most fandoms would have gone, "Oh, okay, we should lay off."
it's it's serious when one of the writers for your show that you love, talks down to you.
So how does Tumblr react? Not that way.
Oh no, it.
I'm gonna make an assumption here. It got worse.
Yes,
They bit the hand that fed them.
essentially.
Yeah.
Seriously, the writing staff does not like their Tumblr fandom very much.
There was and actually the same person actually retweeted a photo, and it's basically a 3-image cartoon, and you have the Steven Universe fandom and the My Little Pony fandom, and the Steven Universe fandom is kind of like a normal mid-sized guy, and then the My Little Pony fan is typically the overweight kind of nerdy guy with a pony,
Neckbeard.
kind of,
Doesn't have
and
a
the
Hey,
Steven
that's
Universe.
3 of the people at this table.
And the Steven Universe fandom says, "Oh, get your shit MLP fanfics out of here." And then all of a sudden, just a bunch of Steven Universe fanfics.
It just
stupid-
falls out of their back pocket or something.
Oh yeah, it falls
Yeah,
out.
I've seen
and then it's
that. And then they're
I
just
still
like,
find it funny though that they brought up, "Oh well, the MLP people, we can't even you can't even Google MLP without having porn show up in the first page of
that's
results."
literally everything in the universe.
I think
It
it
was
was.
just no.
Have you heard
I've
of Rule
looked.
34?
I've looked with Safe Search on, and there's nothing. You can't it takes at least 5 pages, I believe.
Yeah.
The last time I checked.
Unless you're looking for it.
There was a person on Tumblr that. Was,
Now, Safe Search off, you get it a little bit earlier. Oh, you get it a little bit earlier on, but it's only at page 3.
there was a person on Tumblr that actually was petitioning all of the gentlemen or whatever the hell they call themselves to.
Oh yeah, I think that is it.
No, that was made up. That was made up as a joke name. I'm not sure if they actually took that or not.
No, they did. I've seen it since then.
And the point is that they were petitioning just to get bronies off of, I think, Tumblr or anything like that.
Good
How
luck
do you
with that.
enforce that?
Good luck with that.
And
Good luck.
And their driving point was, do you want these cloppers to invade Tumblr and just fill
Well,
it
here's the
with
thing
porn?
that threw me though. They mentioned MLP and how much porn that we have, despite the fact that we are a much older show than they are.
Yeah.
They have about equal amounts right now.
Yeah, for a younger.
There's a huge amount of porn for Steven Universe.
Oh yeah,
That
and
whole show is driven sexually.
and
Yeah.
I mean,
and
you're
actually,
not wrong.
Chris, I love how in the show it's kind of hinted that it's kind of accepted that the gyms are just gender neutral,
Yes.
and you go to the porn and it's just drawn as them as women. So
I mean, that's how they make their physical bodies, though.
well, that's how they want it to be. in the
Yeah.
porn.
Well, what throws me though is it's obviously they're obviously gay for each other. They're lesbians. But they have no
They have no gender.
They have
So how does
boobs,
that
though.
work?
They're
They
just
all
in a
have
relationship.
boobs.
Pearl's flat-chested.
But they're
No, they
not.
don't. They actually don't all have boobs. The only one that does
Rose-
is
Rose and
Amethyst.
Amethyst. Definitely.
Amethyst.
No,
Garnet.
Garnet had a little bit, but
No, but that's just that's like a plate of armor almost. It's just flat.
That's true.
It's just round there.
That's true.
There's nothing actually.
No, Amethyst and Rose both did, and
Not Rose.
Yeah, but that's just Amethyst
Rose.
Rose.
Oh,
Rose,
Rose.
yeah.
Oh, I'm getting
I
my
thought I was talking
characters.
about someone else.
Excuse me.
It's all right.
So, yeah.
But
I think it's just Amethyst Rose and I think Lapis are the only ones that.
oh yeah, Lapis did, yeah.
Lapis you can. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
little bit.
either like flat or just completely rounded there.
Oh, I mean, like, what was her
They
name?
look female.
What
but
was
you know,
the orange lady?
Jasper doesn't.
Jasper. Jasper had like peck boobs.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like they were like peck shaped.
Right.
So, huh?
Cone shaped.
No, they were like rectangles.
It just shows you.
Oh, okay.
They were
I know-
straight up
I know what you're
pecs.
talking
I
about.
like how we're all admitting that we're looking.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty hard not to see when.
Oh, and I think Sapphire. No, she doesn't.
No,
It's
no,
rounded.
the Sapphire and Ruby both were pretty. Like they both
Round.
look like they're adolescent.
But it just goes to show you how much
Like they're drawn to look like they're pretty young.
It's also implied that fusion, particularly between two different gems.
It's forbidden.
Well, no, it's implied that it's also like, it's supposed to be a very private thing at the very least.
Yeah, when it's different gems. Yeah, when it's the same kind of gem, it's normal. Like, did you?
Because
okay,
I mean, it's just yourself.
have you guys seen the birthday episode where they told how?
Yeah,
Sapphire bet?
we
No.
just watched that. A couple
Oh, you
days
didn't
ago.
see that one yet?
No,
Okay.
I quit.
That one is really good. You should
It's
watch
a pretty interesting episode. Yeah,
it. I cried.
The last episode I saw
Yes.
was with.
you cried a lot of stuff though,
I know.
so that's not saying a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I tuned out after the whole.
Steven Universe is still a good show.
I'm listen. Let me just explain something. I am not criticizing the show. I think it's still pretty amazing to look at. The art is really nice. Rebecca Sugar, again, who came from Adventure Time to here. does
Also,
an amazing
Rebecca
job.
Sugar regularly browses 4chan.
Yes!
By the way.
I love
Just
how
saying.
I love that about her. That she's a regular 4chaner.
Well, I mean, that's the thing though. It's like writers are normal people too. They do stuff we do. They just don't straight up say it sometimes.
Yeah.
No, what was cool to watch though was you see Tumblr like immediately embraced Steven Universe, and 4chan like grudgingly accepted it slowly. Like for the longest time, there was so much hate for like there was a good amount of like hate. It was the there was a good love-hate relationship between 4 and 8chan and Steven Universe. But now it's all over the place.
You can usually find a
You
Steven
can usually
Universe,
find a couple threads about it.
a Steven Universe general in comic and cartoons.
Yeah.
And just watch as 4chan does what it does best. And it's always fun.
What does 4chan do best?
Oh.
Actually, 4chan's done a lot of like really good. Actually,
Yeah, that's the one thing that you
by
can't.
like its very nature and the way that they find information.
Yeah.
Like they've done a lot of really good stuff.
And it's pretty consistent,
Okay.
which is
Like everyone seems to say, like, oh well, Tumblr's where all the good people go.
Yep.
It's where the best people in the world go. But they've never stopped. They've never stopped. Like they've never stopped
Hold
pedophile.
on. Time out. Who says that?
No, Tumblr is like generally like people. They consider themselves like the good people.
That's what they tell themselves and tell other people.
Right, but I've never seen them stop a pedophile.
I have never once seen anyone on the internet anywhere They can
Tumblr,
consider-
Tumblr says that though.
no that can legitimately say it and mean it.
No, that's
Everywhere on the internet has bad people and good people. It's just you can't say that everyone's good people. It's just like saying that everyone on this podcast made good grades at school. No,
I did.
no.
Up
Well-
until senior year.
that's what I'm saying. Especially senior year is the worst. Anyways,
Senior year was.
let's go
terrible.
back to
Let's
go
back to the topic
back
of
to
fans.
why bronies and gems
Yeah,
hate
you
each
also haven't
other.
explained that.
Yeah, that's what we need to
Don't.
explain to her.
I
Why gems hate bronies even more,
think
and why bronies are less accepting of them now.
I think because at first I think the Steven Universe people kind of saw like bronies and thought like the worst of the worst. Like they are the ones that create like all this despicable like clop and just fan fiction that's just like not safe for work. And at that time, I think in the brony community were like, well, wait, we're not doing anything. Look what your fans are doing. I think so, but just a lot of the fans of Steven Universe just grew more toxic to the brony community because I think that's what they saw in them, despite the fact that they've never watched the show or they've never, given them a chance. And that's just the main thing. They don't give anybody a chance. They just defend
Well,
their
considering
own
they
rights.
can't even give themselves a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want a fandom that's just going to tear itself apart first, the Steven Universe is it.
Yeah, it has the makings of just a fandom that will implode upon itself. But, there are other fandoms that are just, you look at it and it's just kind of cringy. But Steven Universe is the big one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are a lot of them I can name. Minecraft, for example, is
Yeah.
another one.
I love the game. Don't look much into it outside of
Because
The
they-
game is alright.
Well, it
It gets boring, especially if
it
you're playing by
depends
yourself.
on like you personally, like me, because my ADHD. I can work on that crap for hours and just be focused on getting one thing done, and I won't stop till it gets done.
The Sims.
Oh,
But yeah, she's like that with Sims, definitely.
I haven't tried this shit.
Or it's like Five Nights at Freddy's. That fandom.
Jesus.
That fandom.
You talk about another fandom that's...
No, that one's just bad. It's
Yeah,
not
no.
Steven
Like-
Universe. Like
At least with
tear
Steven
itself
Universe,
apart,
you can look at the show and the original content, and you can look at it and say, okay, it looks very appealing, and you can actually accept the morals and the thought process that goes into it. And
Tons of writing work.
just a lot of talent.
More than 20 minutes of publishing.
Mhm. However, you go to Five Nights at Freddy's, which, when it first came out at 2014, it was decent.
It was
a
pretty
pretty good horror game.
The
Like,
first
it was
one,
tense.
the first one, it was good. I'm not gonna say it wasn't good. It was good. It did what it wanted to do, and it did it well.
What's his name? Scott, the creator?
Scott.
Scott Crawl something.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll
Scott.
just use
Scott.
Scotty. Scott then decided that he was going to make multiple sequels in a span of a couple months.
And he did.
To the
Which-
point where, at 1 year later, there was already 2 or 3
Three
sequels.
or four.
I
think
will
the
give
fourth
it
one
to him,
dropped
though.
at, like, the 1 year mark.
He by himself made 4 games better than however long they worked on Sonic Boom with a big team.
Okay, yeah, but to be fair though, Scott's whole
But
like
it's
the
still
whole
a game.
thing. The whole
How many
game,
glitches have you seen come from Five Nights at Freddy's, though?
You don't need glitches.
That's
all
what
you
I'm
have,
saying.
all you have to do is every time you go up, you have a random chance for something to happen.
Yeah, he by himself, he still built 4 games better than a lot of legit game publishers can make with giant
Right,
games.
but
Then
I'm not saying all the games are good. I'm just saying that he did it by himself.
Well, if you want to
Give him props for just being a guy that went
I
with
would,
his dreams.
I would give him props, but they might come to life and kill him.
No, I won't give him props because also the
No.
RPG that he decided he was going to
I'm
make.
gonna hold my hand in for the rest of the podcast if
Okay.
he doesn't high five me.
I'm not going to give you props because he had the...
I want to see him do it.
Actually, he had the brilliant idea of making a RPG version of Five Nights at Freddy's, which I'll tell you what.
What?
No. Let me explain this because this is so beautiful, and actually Clayton was just laughing and laughing and laughing. Stop,
Children,
Don't
stop.
Jesus.
Tickle me.
Jesus. So Scott also had the idea of creating a RPG style of Five Nights at Freddy's, which he did. It got greenlit and it was
That was
released
an
on
accident.
Steam. However, it was very.
So I
very.
readjusted my hand right when you.
Are you-
Yeah.
Are you finished?
No, I'm not. I'm never finished.
Oh my gosh! So basically, he released it on Steam and it got pulled because there was some technical difficulties.
Is that what we're calling game-breaking bugs?
Well, he released a statement and he said there are
I
some.
don't care
things
what
that-
statement you release. You release a game in that particular state.
Nah, it looked. There are screenshots of when it was released. It looks very, very bad.
No, I've seen people try to play it. It's just not good.
No,
What are
it's
we talking about?
the RPG Five Nights at Freddy's
Oh,
for the yeah.
I think Lori just kind of checked out as soon as we brought up Five Nights at Freddy's.
To be fair, I don't blame her. I would check out if someone
second
mentioned
scared me.
It's not even what we're talking about anymore.
that. But basically,
We're talking about like the 4th and 5th and 9th one.
I think
I played them.
Because let's be honest, there's probably gonna get up to 9 eventually.
No, my brother, when it first came out, was like, "Hey, we should get Five Nights at Freddy's." No, it looks pretty stupid. I says,
no.
I says.
and he said, "Well, no, we should get it. It seems like it's all right." Second one comes out, we should get that. Looks pretty good. No, it looks stupid. Fourth one comes out, Yeah, it looks pretty stupid. You were right.
It took him until the fourth.
Oh yeah,
one.
you just skipped the third one though.
Yeah.
Because, well, I mean, the third one's kind of skippable.
Yeah.
What even happened in the third one?
It takes place in the future,
Yeah.
and apparently, like,
Oh right, it was in like the museum or whatever.
With that stupid.
With
I really like
What was
the
his name?
door mechanic. It's great.
what was his name?
Whose name?
Who
The,
cares?
the only animatronic in there that kills you.
Oh,
it was,
Springtrap.
Springtrap. Thank you. I like Springtrap's design.
What I don't like about the game,
little
though, is all of the game theories that keep coming out about it.
Oh.
Like, Game Theorist used to be a channel that actually had good content,
Mm-hmm.
and then Five Nights at Freddy's came out, and then suddenly it was just like, everything is average.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. But
Just a theory.
I don't think.
No, you may not have the villager.
I was just about to say.
Is
I was gonna say I don't know.
Is Sonic? Can you consider the Sonic fandom also just like in that level of cringe?
It depends. You have the people who just like the game, and then
Yeah.
you have the people who make their own OCs.
And then you had the
Boy.
people.
Then you have the people who make their own OCs and then cross over with MLP and Steven Universe.
Wait.
And then you have the people that make OCs for trolling, which are great people. I love them. That do it on purpose to just troll.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Got places to go. Got no.
No, I stopped listening.
I do know that song though. There was one day where I couldn't get it out of my head.
I
so
really
was-
like that song.
It's
I
a
like
good
the,
song.
I like the sequence that it's there, that it plays with, but
I played. You don't know
Whoa.
how many times I've played that level on.
Sonic Adventure 2?
Yeah, I played that level so many times. Just because I used to love the Chow Gardens in that game, so I used to play it all the time.
no, I think that's what Pro Jared said. Like, this is the only reason why everyone remembers that game so
It was
well.
the Chow.
is
The
Chow
Chow.
Garden.
They did great with the Chow Garden. I wish that they go back and make a new game only about Chow Garden. Like, and then just have
You
the.
don't want a game about Big Cat?
No, I want a game about Big the Cat where he's a real character and not just catching
No,
frogs.
just Sonic.
Give him real character development. That might be good.
Sonic
You
Adventure
know what we
DX.
should do? We should make a level that's all ice, and you can slip off easily, and we'll give you a character who doesn't control very well.
Nah.
Oh, that's just dude.
Spyro?
What?
We're talking about Sonic.
What?
Why did you
Look at
say?
me. Look at me. I need you to look at me real quick.
What?
She's not there. There's
Okay.
no one in that brain right now.
Just go back to sleep, Larry. You'll be fine.
Just.
Well, no, because there's this
No.
ice level in Spyro where they.
Which Spyro? First
Don't
off,
be dyke.
the original Spyro.
Yes.
That was so long ago. I can't remember.
I've played that game so many times. I love
So did I.
Spyro.
Going off topic again.
Yeah, I saw the
when-
song.
Okay, no,
when
this
me
whole
and-
podcast has been off topic.
We might as well change our name to that, but we can't because Rooster Teeth already has it.
Yeah.
Or just random fandom.
We could always just call it React. Oh, wait, no, we can't.
React, yeah.
Dan will get sued.
No, okay.
No,
hold
'cause
on.
that's on YouTube.
I brought it
We're on
up, but no,
Twitch.
let's not do that. Let's not do that because I think that shitstorm's already flown over.
So I think it's
Well,
finally
number.
time where we're gonna officially say that our podcast isn't just gonna be ponies anymore.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna talk about.
It is
more
the
than-
off season, so
I
we're
mean,
gonna just
we're-
kind
we're-
of talk about stuff.
Like,
It's-
we'll cover ponies. We'll probably donate.
Look, here's the deal.
Thank you, Lori, for taking
Hold
their
on.
skirts off and putting them on their
Hold on.
heads.
Hold on, Cameron.
They're hacks.
Let's explain.
We're probably gonna put 30 minutes to every podcast from now on to talking about pony stuff, whether it's stuff from the season, stuff from fans, stuff like videos, music, stuff
Yeah.
like that, or Equestria Daily posts or other posts. But
I mean,
it
the whole.
won't be the way we've been doing it because I think we all agree that it's kind of
I mean,
boring doing it this way, and people don't really enjoy it much, which is why we don't have very many viewers.
well, here's the.
So we're gonna make it more engaging. We're gonna talk to people more. We're gonna find stuff to talk about that people want to talk about.
Well, here's a couple things. Number one, we're still in the hiatus now until the somewhere in May. So we have like a span of like 3 months at best. Number two, it's not just about the show in it of itself, why people get into it. I think it's because also of like what the Brony community does and some of the videos and fan art and just stuff that's just we haven't even talked about yet. And they're maybe one of the main reasons why this show and this, following has gotten to this point today.
Yeah.
So to not mention them, I think is just I don't know why we're not doing it.
Absurd.
And another thing is, a lot of us are gamers as well.
That's
It's
true.
something I'd like to talk about more is games, but considering the only official MLP game is
Fighting is
no, that's not.
It's the
that got a cease and desist.
them
No,
fighting
the
games.
only
Considering
official game is the
game
app.
Them
the
fighting
Game Loft.
App.
Buy all of the ponies you like.
Is it a
There's an
freebie?
old pony game that was on Sega. I remember.
We're talking
playing that
about My Little
over
Pony
and
Friendship is
over.
Magic
It was,
pony
it was
games.
My Little
Wait,
Pony.
is that the
Friendship is magic.
Is that Game Loft game a
4th
freemium
gen.
kind of?
Freemium, yeah.
Okay.
Basically, you can either grind out for 3 or 4 years in order to get a Celestia, or you can just pay $1,000.
There's literally an
No,
option.
literally pay $1,000.
Okay, that's not the stupidest thing I've heard of because I actually know that there was an app on the App Store where you have to pay like thousands of dollars just
to have it, and it
yeah,
didn't do
just to
anything.
say that I paid for it.
And it doesn't do
No,
anything.
yeah,
No, it doesn't
no,
do
It didn't do anything. It was just like a thing of like rich people did, because there were a lot of people
No,
that bought
all-
it.
I
It's
think
just
all it
rich
did
people
was,
did
like-
just for fun.
All it did was it put like a little red dot in the corner of your screen, and kids would buy it sometimes, because it would go for like $1,000, and kids would click on it because they wanted to know what it did, and they bought it.
Oh, they would just bait them.
And too late. I mean, you
Oh,
already-
Yeah.
that's terrible.
That's actually kind of.
it's not.
Hey
It's not
guys,
even like a
I just
business
had a
plan.
new idea for something we should do off outside the podcast to make an app.
Okay.
We're not. What?
Charge
That-
$2,000.
Yeah, we should have. We should
Yeah.
make an app that
And
like,
it's a
borrows.
green dot.
No, what it should do is it should borrow assets from well-known games.
Dude, we should make Flabby Pony! Even though there's
Yeah.
already a Scootaloo version that exists, I think I saw.
Oh, that's why she doesn't fly very well. Anyway,
I think
We're so good at staying on topics.
Yeah, man.
there's a topic.
Yeah, the topic is talk.
Oh darn.
As long as we get words out of our mouth, it works.
Yeah.
Which we kind of struggled on when we first started the podcast today.
Yeah, because
Because we were all kind of silent at the beginning.
I think because we had like the topic of season 1 and we were gonna do a synopsis, but then we were like, well, that's kind of turn away.
Kinda
new
boring.
viewers. That's also kind of boring, and also it's gonna turn away
By the way.
any people that's gonna watch the show.
Yeah, no, that's my Shovel Knight is broken.
Oh,
For anyone that saw that.
you.
My Shovel Knight broke when I was taking it out of the package. The shovel comes off. It's not supposed to come off, and Lori
God.
is taking it off, and that's how you lose it, Lori. So that's why I leave it on there.
I'm playing with the toys.
Okay, so
Talk to the podcast.
They're not
viewers.
toys. They're amiibos.
They're amiibo figures.
I think
These you can play with.
okay.
What's
so
up with the? I'm not even gonna ask.
It's
By the way, anyone watching, please do.
Too.
It doesn't matter. We're just
Oh my goodness.
time doesn't matter.
Time is irrelevant.
It is irrelevant. We
Time
can go
is
as
just a
long as
construct of our
we can
minds.
have a podcast for 10 minutes if we wanted. We could have a podcast for 5 years if we wanted.
Oh, I think it would kind of piss off our few viewers. Well,
What few viewers?
The few viewers that are
who's this
listening.
Rex person?
I'm not sure, but if there's anything you want us to talk about, just shout it out.
I mean, it is on screen, so if nobody's sent us anything on Twitter, then they need to
Yeah.
read.
What'd that guy say?
They want my amiibo villager.
My amiibo village.
That's not your amiibo villager.
I
Why did you
know.
put Piggy Pie's skirt on my villager's head?
That's his girlfriend.
I know
and
when,
they're getting married.
they're
Okay,
not
so we do
getting
actually
married.
have 3 legitimate viewers that aren't like myself and you.
Well, here's the thing.
Two.
I know the
Six.
villager is. I think when we got your villager.
It was the
and
last
mine-
one.
No, actually, when I got my villager, there was like a couple of them at a
Yeah,
Toys
if you
R
want
Us.
villager, just go. They're Toys R Us.
They restocked
So-
everything.
Yeah.
So
Just go to
Season-
Toys R Us.
Season 3 of Ruby. Are we ready?
are we?
No, but yes.
Are you ready for
See,
this
they're
ride?
dating.
So,
Are you?
2 of us have seen everything up till episode 11
I have seen.
of Ruby.
Oh.
If you don't know what Ruby is, it's
It's an amazing show, you scrub lords.
It's
It's an animation made by Rooster Teeth, who are also the people that brought you stuff like Red vs. Blue, for example. It's a good show about 4 girls that they have awesome weapons that are also guns, and they just be awesome. That's the best way to say it.
anyway.
If
you
unless
haven't-
you want to get spoilers for season 3, of course.
2 of us have seen it. Myself and Tibor all the way
I
down
think
there.
I've seen it.
Season 3, no,
Except for
probably not.
him.
Oh,
I was waiting to binge watch all of season 3 because that's how I watched Ruby.
And so
I'll
what
wait
we're
until
just
the
going to do.
finale comes out and then I binge watch the season.
And that's what we're going to do in an
Yeah,
hour.
that's
or
what we're
so.
gonna do whenever we get done here.
oh
Is
man.
we're gonna
Which
go
is
and
why I'm kind of
binge.
getting mad that you're kind of trying to extend this as well.
No, I'm not trying to say. I'm just saying that we don't need to end it just because it hit 2:30.
Just go a couple minutes off and then
I
just.
mean, just until
Maybe we
everyone's-
could discuss about things that we're going to talk about next week.
Uh,
Okay.
I don't care. No, what happened?
Let's get this on screen real quick because Lori is just not even paying attention anymore.
Lori.
Did you get your Pokeball already?
Yeah.
Aww.
I was contemplating, like, what is it made of, and I didn't want to ask you. So I just took a little nibble, and I was like, oh, it's very chocolatey. So I just
That's,
ate it.
if you can't tell, that's Pinkie Pie and
It's really
Rarity's
good, by the
skirts on my Shovel Knight amiibo.
Cringe. All of the cringe.
Cringe, just
See how you treat his Beamos? They're mine now.
so many deuce chills just standing.
So,
Anyways, next week.
in the interest of finishing this off, so we can go and watch.
Yes.
Ready.
Anyone
waiting long enough.
that watched, thank you. I'm ending the thing because you guys are really bad at it. No offense.
Fair enough.
Next week we're probably gonna, since we're all going to watch Deadpool tonight, later tonight. We're probably gonna mention a little bit about Deadpool. We'll call spoiler warnings on it and whatever beforehand. But anyone that really wants to see Deadpool will have probably seen it by next week's podcast.
I will
Probably.
Any diehard fans have seen it by now already,
I'm watching it.
except for us.
Me and Casey are watching
will-
it Friday.
I will say this.
So.
I work in a movie theater, and from what people have been telling me, it is very, very good. And to say also something, stay like at the very end.
Yeah,
because
until after the credits is what we've
there
mentioned,
is
yeah.
actually I've been told there's a very good ending, like post-credit scene.
after the like I heard that,
Okay,
like,
but
after the
really,
real
at this
credits.
point, with all the Marvel movies that have come out, if
If
you
you
don't
don't stay
already
after
know,
the credits, then you just don't even buy your ticket.
Yeah, that's true.
no, I wasn't going to go that far. I was just going to say, come on, where have you been?
Where have you been for the last couple of years? But yeah, that's just basically it. I know. Oh
I
wait.
think we should probably just call it there.
But yeah, we're
That
going
was
to
a
talk
good
about
stopping
probably
point.
Deadpool. We're going to look up if you have any fan-made videos, songs, or anything in the My Little Pony fandom or any other fandom that you like. Send them to us at the Twitter. We'll check them out and we'll talk about them next week.
I think. What we
And
should do is just-
that doesn't just go for people that are watching this live. It also goes for anyone watching it on YouTube because I'm going to try and
Yeah.
put this one out by Tuesday.
Okay.
Because I had forgotten to put out a few weeks ago, so that went out last night. Last week's is going to go up tonight, and then I'm going to wait a day and then put this one up on Tuesday.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay,
I already
so-
have it planned out.
Okay.
I'm
Basically,
getting better with it now.
so basically, next week is going to be
Next week will be anything you guys want to talk about, anything that we find that we want to talk about,
and Deadpool.
and Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Okay, Cool.
Sorry.
Okay.
Star Wars.
No, we're not talking about Star Wars. Because
Well,
I haven't seen it, and I honestly don't really care to see it.
Then
I mean,
we're
you guys
gonna
can
have-
talk about it. Definitely.
okay.
I won't have much to say about it, because
Okay.
I will.
I will also.
I'll
Yes.
be watching it Friday. I'm so excited.
So you're
why
watching.
you were watching Star Wars tonight.
Oh wait, yeah, we are watching Star Wars tonight. Deadpool's Friday.
Jesus. Okay. Oh, that's a perfect
Oh,
way to end.
And
Perfect way
I
to
know you guys have probably been wondering this whole podcast why I have this on there. I burned myself at work. I was working with.
I wouldn't even brought it up. Somebody
So-
just bring it up.
Because I know that there were someone that personally tweeted me, and they're like, "What happened to your arm?" So I was just saying it now
Okay.
because I know people were wondering. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. We love you all, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Click it.
Right there.
Wait for it.
Click
I'm
OK.
listening.
Click.
No, don't click anything yet.
No, you have to click OK in the box and then do that.